Hello everybody, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Okay, yeah, morning guys. So, well, seems like you're ready to roll. So, well, guys, starting off with unsupervised learning.
सर डाउट है
हाँ जी,
सर माइस फंक्शन चलता नहीं सर
किस पे नहीं चल रहा आजकल?
सर कल एक डेटा सेट पे काम करा था एचआर एनालिटिक्स प्रमोशन वाला तो उस पे लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन चलाया था अ, जो मिसिंग वैल्यूज थी उसको फिल करने के लिए माइस फंक्शन चलाया वो चल नहीं रहा
ठीक है। Hmm, I don't know if I told you this, but mice function या mice imputer या चाहे Python में यूज़ करो या R में यूज़ करो, there are certain considerations to this. शायद मैंने उस समय ही बोला भी था कि माइस फंक्शन हमेशा रन नहीं कर देते उठा करके।
ये सर कॉन्टिन्यूस वेरिएबल में थी मिसिंग वैल्यू तो उसी को फिल करने के लिए चलाया और जो हमने वेरिएबल सप्लाई करे थे जो मिसिंग
हम्म,
वैल्यू वेरिएबल्स को इफेक्ट करेंगे वो भी कॉन्टिन्यूस फॉर्म में
अच्छा प्रमोशन कह रहे हो आप?
सर
प्रमोशंस वाला डेटा,
यस सर
उसमें मिसिंग वैल्यू बचेगी कहाँ पे?
सर उसमें थी ना वो एजुकेशन वाली और प्रीवियस ईयर रेटिंग वाली
हम्म,
तो सर एजुकेशन जब सर माइस फंक्शन नहीं चला तो फिर अलग से एक कैटेगरी बनानी पड़ गई एजुकेशन में अननोन और प्रीवियस ईयर रेटिंग में फ्रेशर्स
बताता हूँ। देयर आर सम कंसिडरेशंस ऑफ माइस। नंबर वन, कैटेगोरिकल पे काम नहीं करेगा। इफ यू वांट टू इंप्यूट कैटेगोरिकल मिसिंग वैल्यूज, इट वॉन्ट वर्क। फॉर एग्जांपल एजुकेशन में मिसिंग वैल्यूज थे, आपने
यस सर
एजुकेशन भी दे दिया और वो भी दे दिया, दोनों। अ, अगर उसमें कैटेगोरिकल होगा जिसमें मिसिंग वैल्यूज हैं, वो नहीं करेगा। तो परहैप्स दिस इज व्हाई इट इज ग्लिचिंग।
ओके ओके
देयर इज देयर आर सर्टेन अदर कंसिडरेशंस आल्सो। आई डोंट नो मैंने बताया था कि या नहीं बताया था। तो माइस को यूज़ करने से पहले यू हैव टू कंसिडर दीज थिंग्स। ये हर्ड ऑफ दिस नेम वेरिएबल सिलेक्शन। ये मॉडल बिल्डिंग में भी काम आता है कई बार। वेरिएबल सिलेक्शन मतलब जिन वेरिएबल्स के बेसिस पे आप इम्प्यूटेशन करने जा रहे हो, क्या उनके बेसिस पे होनी चाहिए या नहीं होनी चाहिए?
ओके सर
अगर इसमें गलती हो गई, माइस इज गोइंग टू फ्लंक।
ओके सर
सपोज आपने यूनिक आईडी या कुछ ऐसी चीज़ उसको पकड़ा दिया, वो उसके हिसाब से फिट करने की कोशिश करेगा, या तो रिजल्ट गलत देगा या फिर उसमें कैटेगरी इतनी दिखेंगी उसे कि वो एरर दे देगा।
ओके सर
ठीक है। Number 3 is it will try multivariate imputation. उसका नाम ही है multivariate imputation by chained equation. अब ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है? मान लो ये आप लोगों का डेटा हो and these are your variables v1 v2 v3 and okay on. ठीक है जी, यहाँ कुछ वैल्यूज चल रहे हैं और कुछ वैल्यूज मिसिंग है। सिमिलरली यहाँ कुछ वैल्यूज चल रहे हैं। वैल्यू इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट। नाउ आपने सपोज ऐसे मल्टीपल वेरिएबल्स दे दिए उसको और पता लगा मल्टीपल वेरिएबल्स में मिसिंग वैल्यू, इसमें यहाँ मिसिंग वैल्यूज है, इसमें यहाँ मिसिंग वैल्यू है। अब क्या होगा? जानते हो क्या होगा? दोनों में मिसिंग वैल्यू है और दोनों में सेम रो में मिसिंग वैल्यू हो गए। किसका नियरेस्ट नेबर? कैसे देखेगा नियरेस्ट नेबर? बात समझ रहे हो?
यस
उसे
सर।
ये वैल्यू लाने के लिए यहाँ पर वैल्यू चाहिए था, यस और नो?
यस सर।
ये वैल्यू लाने के लिए यहाँ पर नेबर चाहिए था। तो इसके हिसाब से यहाँ इम्प्यूटेशन की कोशिश करेगा, इसके हिसाब से यहाँ इम्प्यूटेशन की कोशिश करेगा, दोनों ही गलत कर देगा। गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो
यस सर।
कोशिश ये होनी चाहिए कि जब आप माइस यूज़ करें तब ऐसा नहीं हो कि दो वेरिएबल्स में एक ही रो में मिसिंग वैल्यू आ रही है। अब ये मैं कब तक देखता रहूँगा?
यस सर।
अब इसका अच्छा तरीका ये है कि मैं बाकी वेरिएबल्स, जिन वेरिएबल्स में मिसिंग वैल्यूज़ बहुत कम थे, उन सब का ध्यान में अपने आप कर लूँ, उनका मैं अपने आप इंतज़ाम कर दूँ। I should take care of others by myself where missing values are less or they are least impacting or the variable is not so important. And finally, the variable which is highly important, like it used to be age in Titanic, remember?
यस सर।
हमने ये वही छोड़ा था because वहाँ पर missing values were also considerable and the variable also seemed important by our bivariate analysis. When we were left with age only, then I can comfortably run mice. I am sure that no other variable contains anything.
ओके सर।
ठीक है जी, ये हुआ। एंड
यस सर।
लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, रिमेंबर कहानी यहीं से शुरू हुई थी जब पहली बार माइस देखा था हमने टाइटेनिक में। सिंस मीन मीडियन इम्प्यूटेशन विल डिस्टॉर्ट द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, द ओरिजिनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, इट विल इंट्रोड्यूस स्क्यूनेस और इट विल इंट्रोड्यूस kurtosis, yes or no, if you remember?
यस सर।
That is why we approached mice. However, mice is also an algorithm. गलती ये भी कर सकता है, जैसे मैं मैनुअली कुछ गलती कर रहा था, वो एल्गोरिदम भी तो कर सकता है। सो चेक फॉर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आफ्टर रनिंग माइस। अगर कोई एरर वगैरह नहीं आया है, सब कुछ ठीक ठाक भी लग रहा है, हो सकता है सब कुछ ठीक अभी भी नहीं हो। सो गो अहेड एंड चेक द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, इज योर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओके और इज इट डिस्टॉर्टेड बाय माइस?
ओके सर।
ठीक है,
यस सर।
चलिए। Coming to Unsupervised learning, we have discussed why we are calling it unsupervised learning. There can be two kinds of learning, supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is where your learning is being supervised, targeted towards a variable. हमारा मॉडल सीख रहा है and उसकी whole learning of this model depends upon that how good it is predicting one target variable. So we have something to compare, something to supervise the learning of the model. Unsupervised learning, well, where there is nothing to supervise this learning. Can my model even learn without any supervision? As it happens, yes, it can learn something, even without having a target variable. So there are several cases of unsupervised learning. You have already seen k-means clustering, you have seen hierarchical clustering. R में हम सिर्फ k-means clustering देखेंगे. हाँ जी, क्या होता था? What is the idea behind clustering? Very similar to KNN. I will just KNN. It is very similar to KNN because in KNN, what we used to do, we kept the target aside, and all the predictors will take one axis each in an n-dimensional space. Yes, and every data point will become a geometrical coordinate. It will be scattered in this n-dimensional geometry, all of them. And later on in KNN, we introduced our target variable. Now the difference begins. In k-means, we don't have target variable. That is the whole idea of unsupervised learning. Dividing the data to group with homogeneous attributes. We will not call it homogeneous attributes. What do you mean by homogeneous attributes? ये इतने भारी भारी शब्द फेंक देते हो तुम मेरी तरफ, मुझे चुगने भारी हो जाते हैं. हैं क्या होते हैं होमोजेनस एट्रीब्यूट?
So like same features क्यों जैसे जो सर ने एग्जांपल कराया था उसमें क्या था कि एक एडवर्टीजमेंट करनी थी प्लेयर्स पे, तो प्लेयर्स वाले जो ग्रुप था वो अलग कर लिया था, तो इस तरह से.
ओके, चलो प्लेयर्स का एग्जांपल बहुत मजा आएगा. I will not call it homogeneous attributes. Homogeneous, चलो सेम हो गया. Just like in KNN, suppose there are nearest neighbors. KNN में हम क्या करते थे कि नए डेटा पॉइंट के 5 नियरेस्ट नेबर्स देख लो. यहाँ पर हम क्या करें, if there are 5 neighbors and they are very near to each other, we can call them a cluster. The idea behind this is, if there are n data points which are very close to each other, that means the attributes, जो भी उनके attributes हैं, they are very very similar. In that sense, you are calling it homogeneous युक्त. Yes or no? Suppose there is an attribute age, तो उनका काफी आसपास ही होगा. That is why they are all together. That is why they are neighbors. Suppose there is an attribute salary, so must be their salaries are if not exactly the same but very similar. That is why they are neighbors to each other. And similarly, there may be other attributes which are also, they are having some similarity, and that is why they are neighbors to each other. Now on this basis, what we are saying, let's call these n data points a cluster because their behavior is very similar. Okay. Now, when their behavior is very similar, what can I predict? अब क्या होगा? What will happen now? Anybody? हाँ जी, अरे बोलोगे? अब क्या कर लूँ उसका? उनका बिहेवियर सिमिलर है, मैं कह रहा हूँ लेट्स कॉल देम अ क्लस्टर. Let's call them a cluster A. Now what? Similarly, there is a cluster B. Now what?
सर उसके बाद उनके कोऑर्डिनेट्स का एवरेज डिस्टेंस लेते हैं ना, और फिर नए सेंट्रॉइड्स सेलेक्ट करते हैं, फिर वापस से क्लस्टर्स बनाते हैं.
हम्म.
फिर सर ये प्रोसेस जब तक चलता है जब तक हमारे सेंट्रॉइड्स चेंज ना हो,
हम्म.
और फिर उसके बाद हम अपने क्लस्टर्स डिफाइन कर लेते हैं बस. क्लस्टर्स के फिर कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होते हैं कि क्लस्टर्स के अंदर जो भी डेटा पॉइंट्स फॉल कर रहे हैं वो आपस में सिमिलर होने चाहिए, और जितने भी नंबर ऑफ क्लस्टर्स बन रहे हैं उन सबके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एक दूसरे से डिफरेंट होने चाहिए.
नहीं, वो नहीं कह रहा हूँ मैं, वो तो चलो हो गया. इसके अलावा मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, चलो सपोज ऐसा हो गया. वंस दिस इज डन, वंस दिस इज टेकन केयर ऑफ, क्लस्टर बन गए. नाउ आई हैव सम क्लस्टर्स A B C D. व्हाट डू आई डू नाउ? अब क्या होगा?
फिर उसके बाद सिचुएशन के हिसाब से अपनी टारगेटेड ऑडियंस को चेक कर लो और फिर उनको अप्रोच करो.
हाँ जी. See, since there is no target variable, I can only create clusters. Once they are clustered, I can study that similarity in behavior. If I have clusters A, B, C, so that means A behaves different than B and B behaves different than C. And if I am able to identify this difference in behavior of these clusters, maybe I can do something about it. This kind of clustering can be leveraged for customer segmentation. Usually we see this pattern in retail businesses, e-commerce businesses, these kind of things. So these are some typical customer segmentations. Depending upon the behavioral segmentation, so write actual pattern which is displayed according to the data of customer. There is demographic segmentation. Demographic, when I say demographics, that is like yeah, customer demographics, profiling the customer, age, salary, address, these kind of things. There is something called attitudinal segmentation, which is based on beliefs or intents, this kind of thing. It will not directly convert it to data. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा सा डेफिनेशंस में, थोड़ा सा जार्गन्स में चला गया हूँ मैं ऑफ आरएफएम एनालिसिस, बट ये समझ आएगा जब आरएफएम एनालिसिस आप करके देखेंगे, और कराऊंगा. वी विल डू. So we can leverage this k-means clustering for customer segmentation, behavioral segmentation, all other things. It can be used for association mining, the things which are usually sold together, bought together. So we can create up a combo and we can offer something, a little bit of rebate, so that we can sell more items per unit of order. काम कैसा करता है k-means clustering? वैसे ठीक कह रहे हो, you have a very fair idea. Anyway, I'm showing you an illustration. I believe you will remember. So I'm just showing you on 2 axes. Suppose I have n data points, 10 data points in this case, and they are scattered this way. So how did k-means clustering will work? कैसा काम करेगा ये? There are 10 data points which are scattered in geometry like this. How will they work?
सर पहले तो हम रैंडमली सेंट्रॉइड्स सेलेक्ट कर लेंगे,
हाँ जी,
फिर उसके बाद हम
वेरी फैंटास्टिक.
डिस्टेंस निकालेंगे सारे डेटा पॉइंट्स का, जो भी पास वाले होंगे उनको एक एक क्लस्टर में कर लेंगे.
सबसे पहले I will decide how many clusters I want to create. So suppose I decide I want to create 2 clusters. So k is equal to 2. Remember जैसे KNN में k क्या होता था? कितने
Yes,
नियरेस्ट
sir.
नेबर देखूं? यहाँ पर k क्या होता है? हम क्या नाम है इसका? k means clustering. So k is how many clustering, कितनी clusters बनाने हैं, ठीक है? So k is equal to 2. I want to divide this data into 2 clusters for now. I hope you can see that. So I am creating 2 clusters. Now how I will do that? So first things first, I will not worry about कि उनकी location क्या होगी. I will just choose randomly 2 centroids. I am calling it centroids. ठीक है, क्यों कह रहे हैं वो अभी समझ आ जाएगा. So suppose I have taken 2 centroids, red and orange or yellow, whatever you want to, whatever you see. At random, I have taken these centroids. And now I will pick up data points one by one and I will see कि कौन से centroid से उसका distance कितना है. How distant that data point is from each of these centroids. ऐसा ही करते थे. Suppose I pick this data point. तो इसका कुछ distance होगा.
Yes, sir.
You know this. I am explaining just by help of this illustration just to make it a little bit. I choose this data point and it is, इसका कुछ डिस्टेंस रेड सेंट्रॉइड से है, कुछ डिस्टेंस ऑरेंज सेंट्रॉइड से है. एंड नाउ आई विल सी ये किसके ज़्यादा पास है. और इसका मैं वही कलर मान लूँगा. आई विल से दैट दिस बिलोंग्स टू दैट सेंट्रॉइड. सो आई असाइन रेड. ऑब्वियसली इट इज क्लोजर टू द रेड सेंट्रॉइड. सो मैंने बोल दिया ये रेड क्लस्टर को बिलोंग करेगा. This will belong to the red cluster. Similarly, I can do for all other data points. I will pick each data point. I will see the distance from each centroid. Whichever centroid it is closer to, I will call it belongs to that centroid. As simple as that. What happens now? जो शायद लोकेश ने बोल दिया था पहले, अब क्या होगा? Now this will happen. Again, I told you a question, very common question, very frequent question. What is similarity between KNN and K-means? What is difference between KNN and K-means? क्या similar है, क्या difference है? So prepare language for that. Now this is something happening different than K-means, than KNN in K-means. What used to happen in KNN? Remember, lazy learner. वहाँ कुछ नहीं हिलता, सब वहीं बैठे हैं जहाँ बैठे थे. Remember? Everything
Yes,
is static. data points. Okay, train data points are scattered all over. They are sitting at their place. Now comes the test data. They are also scattered all over. They are also sitting at their place. I will start choosing nearest neighbor of test data point. Nobody is moving anywhere. I am just measuring the distance, nothing else. Unlike that, k-means is dynamic algorithm. What will happen now? Initially, I had chosen a random location for these centroids. Once these data points are assigned, अब सारे data points बन गए हैं. They belong to some cluster each. Now I will take mean coordinates of these data points. I will take mean of x-axis, I will take mean of y-axis, and since there are only two axes, so we are done. Otherwise, we will take mean of each axis, each coordinate of this. Suppose I want to find the new red centroid. I will take these 4 red points. I will take average of their x coordinate. I will take average of their y coordinate, and that becomes the average of this. That becomes coordinate of this.
A new centroid.
New centroid in terms of x and y. तो मेरा सेंट्रॉइड अब यहाँ पर आ गया, ऑरेंज वाला यहाँ पर पहुँच गया. जस्ट इमेजिन, just for example, what will happen now?
Sir, again we will calculate the distance of each data point.
Again we will calculate distance of each data point और देखते हैं कि अब उसके नए सेंट्रॉइड के अकॉर्डिंग which belongs to which cluster. Let's measure the distances and we will assign the clusters again, and this will go on. ठीक बात है, यही होता था. And till when we will keep doing this?
सर ये हम करेंगे या मतलब बैकग्राउंड में अपने आप चल रहा हो?
अपने आप होगा, आप करोगे नहीं इसको, लेकिन आपको पता होना चाहिए कि हो क्या रहा है. ठीक है, what will happen next? It will keep on happening. Again कुछ पॉइंट्स असाइन होंगे तो पॉइंट चेंज हो जाएंगे कुछ. Some points will move from this cluster to that cluster. As it happens, it has happened here. If you see again, earlier they were these points. These 2 points were belong to yellow cluster. If I measure the distances again, now they will belong to red cluster. So they will change. Again my centroids will move. क्योंकि पॉइंट्स बदल गए ना. When points change हो गए तो मीन्स भी चेंज हो गए कोऑर्डिनेट के. So I will have to move my centroids again. So again centroids will shift, and then there will be again iteration. Suppose they move to this location, and it will keep happening. And then there will come a time when no point is being shifted. This time, in this illustration, if you see, now there will be no data point which can move to other. Yes or no?
Yes,
अब
sir.
इनमें से कोई डेटा पॉइंट मूव नहीं कर सकता दूसरे के. When data point will not move, centroids will stop changing.
सर पॉइंट और डाटा जो सेंट्रॉइड किसके मूवमेंट से मतलब?
मैं डेटा पॉइंट की बात कर रहा हूँ फिलहाल.
ओके
There is no data point which will shift their cluster now. अब कोई डेटा पॉइंट ऐसा नहीं है जो येलो से रेड क्लस्टर में चला जाएगा या रेड क्लस्टर से येलो क्लस्टर में आ जाएगा. When I say move मतलब वो फिजिकली मूव नहीं करेगा. It will only shift its color. डेटा पॉइंट तो वहीं बैठे हैं सारे के सारे. ठीक है. So finally the cluster will stabilize. The centroid of cluster will stop moving, and now I have 2 clean clusters. One is this and one is this. And now I can go ahead studying their behavior, and if I study it right, so yeah, you have seen example of customer segmentation. If I can study these behaviors right, I can do wonders.
So, but there also we have to choose K now. So how we can choose that?
हाँ,
Like how we can decide what is the optimum value for K?
उससे बेटर काम करते हैं हम. आप मुझे बताएंगे. I will hold here for a few minutes. Have you heard of name Naftali Harris? Yeah, have you heard the name?
No, sir.
Naftali Harris? No? Nobody? अरे क्या बात कर रहे हो? Here is the link. अरे पढ़ लेना थोड़ा सा. भाई बड़े जाने माने लोग हैं यार, थोड़ी इज्जत दे दो ऐसे लोगों को. Naftali Harris is a renowned ethical hacker, and he has contributed, very too much towards machine learning algorithms also. And specifically, he is expert at unsupervised learning. ठीक है जी. There is a link. Try it out. मैं दिखा देता हूँ. This link will bring you to this page. Just just to play around with. There are several things in this. He has mentioned that how K-means performs, what are the considerations, how we should, what should be our strategy in the starting. Your question, how to choose K, how to choose iterations, some properties, and okay. पहली प्रॉब्लम, हाउ टू पिक इनिशियल सेंट्रोइड. पहले क्वेश्चन तो यही होना चाहिए था आपका. तो इट इज सेइंग हाउ टू पिक इनिशियल सेंट्रोइड. आई एम सेइंग आई विल चूज. रैंडम तो हो ही जाएगा. मैं देखता हूँ अगर मैं चूज कर रहा होता तो क्या करते. ठीक है. नाउ इट इज शोइंग यू व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डेटा. अगर वो डेटा आप देख पा रहे होते तो कैसा दिखता है. व्हाट इट कुड हैव बीन. आई एम चूजिंग गॉसियन मिक्सचर फॉर नाउ. So suppose this is the place. So there are 3 clean clusters, and if I choose to divide this into 3 clusters, लेकिन मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ, सपोज मैंने इनिशियल सेंट्रोइड बिल्कुल गलत ले लिया. देखते रहना. एक सेंट्रोइड ये लिया है, एक ये ले लिया, एक ये ले लिया. यस और नो. थिंक अबाउट इट. मेरे ख्याल से इससे घटिया तो नहीं ले सकता मैं. इससे गलत तो कोई क्या ही लेगा. इफ आई चूज एट रैंडम, आई हैव चोजन दीज 3 सेंट्रोइड. तो पहले देख लो, बाद में अपने आप करना. टाइम दूंगा. आई विल लीव यू टू इट फॉर क्वाइट सम टाइम. इफ आई से गो, तो clusters will be assigned. As simple as that. Somebody will go to this cluster, some point will go to this cluster. किसी को ये पास है, किसी के वो पास है. And now centroid will be updated. Now these centroids will move according to the means, the coordinate means. If I update, this happens. Now again we will assign data points. Some will go to blue, some will go to red, some will go to green, and this has happened. If I update the centroid again, okay, some are moving. Let's reassign data points. Perhaps I don't know if some moved, and I update. Okay, there was a movement. Reassign data points. update centroids, reassign data points, update centroid. Perhaps it has stopped moving now. My intention was, I knew I had to create 3 clusters. I created 3 clusters and I have created them this way. What do you think has happened? हाँ जी, क्या हो गया ये? I hope you can see. Do you notice?
सर जो भी हुआ है मगर चीज बड़ी मस्त है ये।
हाँ That is why I was surprised to see that you don't know about Naftali Harris. Have you heard of name Hans Rosling?
नो सर।
सर आपसे पहले हमें सिर्फ पुरुषोत्तम सर का नाम पता था डेटा से।
See, guys, it is all about. तो तुम क्या सोच रहे हो ये मुझे किसी ने पढ़ाया है ये? These are not the things somebody is teaching me. These are the things because I was interested in when I was studying. ये जो तुम आ गए हो पीजीए में, ICR एग्रीमेंट साइन हो गए सबके?
यस सर।
साइन हो रखे सर, और हम पूरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स भी सारी पूरी कर रहे हैं। 100% अटेंडेंस है और मार्क्स भी अच्छे चल रहे हैं।
उसी की तो बात कर रहा हूँ। ये जो तुम एक टांग पे खड़े हो ना, प्लेसमेंट चाहिए, ये प्लेसमेंट पे दांत गड़ा के मत बैठो। See, there will come a time and it will come sooner than later when you will be in job and you will be bored of your job. It should not be like that. If you are not really interested in this field, there is no point in having a job.
सर इंटरेस्ट तो सर बाद में बनाएंगे सर, पहले पेस से ही कोप अप कर ले।
That is another thing.
एक के बाद एक चीज चलती रहती है इस कोर्स में।
That is another thing. Yeah, course is hectic.
यस सर।
But what the whole gist of this discussion is that start taking some interest.
नहीं सर, मजा तो आ रहा है सीखने में, मगर ये है कि अभी एक्सटर्नल नॉलेज लेने का टाइम नहीं लग रहा बिल्कुल।
चलो
सर थोड़ा सा फटीग भी हो गया है ना।
फीलिंग बर्नट आउट ऑलरेडी?
नहीं, काफी कोर्स काफी लंबा हो गया, मतलब 6 महीने बोला था, 6 महीने हो गए हैं, अभी भी 2 महीने का बचा है।
What did take too much time? You are with me for around 1 month now.
6 महीने नहीं भाई, मेरे साथ 5-6 महीने अब खत्म हो जाएगा एंडिंग ऑफ जुलाई, 1 महीने ऐसे बढ़ जाएगा।
हाँ तो 10 ही तो दिन बचे हैं महीने खत्म होने में।
हाँ भाई, मतलब भाई
कोविड की वजह से बढ़ गया था थोड़ा, और जो ऑफलाइन क्लासेस ऑनलाइन हो गई ना, उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो गई। और
चलो वापस आते हैं, बचा के रखो अपने दुबड़े, बहुत रोना है तुम्हें। What did go wrong here? जो मैं आपको करके दिखा रहा था, you realize that? So Pankaj, I hope I am clear now. Perhaps I said it the wrong way. I did not mean it that way. Data points don't move. What moves is centroid.
Okay.
Data points just shift their cluster. So not physically shifting something. Their cluster changes. Hanji, you realize I wanted to create 3 clusters, and these 3 clusters should have been something like this. One should have been this, one should have been this, one should have been this. What happened? Just because I chose wrong location of initial centroids. Yes or no? ये शायद उसी की वजह से हुआ है। तो फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, पहला पैर गड्ढे में रखा है। Your initial data points are chosen at random, and if chosen at random, you cannot control this. This may happen. So this is one. If I restart, let's restart. Again I'll choose, let's choose Gaussian mixture. हाँ, अगर कुछ ठीक ठाक हो जाता, if I'm choosing at random, suppose I choose one is this, one is this, one is this, and now okay, let's go. So these are the clusters decided. Let's update the centroids. So centroids will move to the mean coordinates. Maybe I will want to reassign data points. So something will change. Let's reassign, and yeah, some things have changed. Something's changed. कुछ तो हुआ है. I update centroid again. So again they will shift to their mean coordinates. And now there is no more reassignment. When there is no reassigning, so centroids will stop updating now, and I am done. तो एक्चुअली तो ऐसा होना चाहिए था, but that is also possible. Nobody can stop. Since it is happening in imaginary and dimensional geometry, I cannot see it. And since it is being chosen at random, I cannot control. तो पहला प्रॉब्लम तो ये देख लिया आपको. I am dropping my screen. I will mute myself for a minute, for a few seconds, and it's around 11:10. So want to play around a little bit?
Yes.
Want to try this Naftali Harris wonderful creation? देखो, just hit and try. If you want to take a short break, maybe you can take a short break, because I want to give you some time. I want to take myself some time. I want to have a coffee here. So okay.
11:30 मिलते हैं सर फिर.
Very tall break. इतना टाइम थोड़ी लगेगा तुम्हें ऐसे एक्सप्लोर करने में.
नहीं सर, आप कॉफी पी लो ना आराम से.
वो मेरा आराम की चिंता मुझे करने दो तुम.
अच्छे से फेट लेना ना उसको, वरना मजा थोड़ी आएगा.
डालगोना.
वो तुम चिंता मेरे पे छोड़ दो, तुम अपने काम करो. चलो ठीक है
सर 30 कर दो सर. 30.
It will be a 20-minute break. ठीक है, we will not stop then. After that we will go ahead directly to exercise then. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
I will assume that you have played around a lot. I will ask a few questions also, so be ready with that.
ओके सर.
And don't leave the meeting link. Please stay. I will mark attendance. See you there, guys. Okay, take a break. Hi again, people. Everybody back? Okay. ठीक है जी. तो ये आपने ट्राई कर लिया होगा. और क्या प्रॉब्लम देखा? और कुछ प्रॉब्लम देगा? एनी अदर प्रॉब्लम यू रियलाइज? क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है हमारी इस एल्गोरिथम में? एक प्रॉब्लम तो देख चुके, रैंडमली चूजिंग सेंट्रॉइड्स may flunk my clustering. The entire exercise may fail just because wrong selection of centroids. और क्या गलत हो सकता है? The selection of K. Do you realize? ये डेटा देख करके पता चलता है कि 3 क्लस्टर मेरे को बनाने चाहिए थे. Suppose I choose 4 clusters. Suppose I choose 4 clusters. What will happen? Okay, it will assign data points to each cluster. Move centroids. Again reassign. Again update. Again reassign. Again update. And after a point of time, it will stop. And what do you realize? What do we realize here? The red cluster, yellow cluster, okay, they are just fine. What about the third cluster? This one. I have unnecessarily divided this one cluster into 2 clusters. Yes or no? Actually, there was no behavioral difference, but just because I chose a wrong number, now it is trying to divide this one cluster also into 2 subclusters. Actually, इनमें behavioral difference है नहीं, और है भी तो it is a very minute difference in their behavior, in their demographics, the attributes provided. Still K-means is trying to split that cluster into 2. Because I have chosen more than required clusters. So दूसरी major problem ये है. Let's see how we can take care of these problems. Can there be a workaround? Yes, there is workaround to overcome these problems. Let's see what is that. Pankaj, it is not about multicollinearity.
You said about the behavioral difference, so just ask like if there is no such, there's some relations like not much difference between the two variables. So
No
how it will-
problem. Understand it once again. Take it into account. Multicollinearity could have been issue, but think about it. What was real issue of multicollinearity? I will not know multicollinearity. असल problem क्या थी? I will not know which predictor is actually impacting target. I have two variables v1 and v2. Both are looking important because they
Yes,
are
yes, yes.
correlated. Now I don't know which actually impacts the target. अभी यहाँ पे तो target ही नहीं है ना. Why
Okay,
do I
okay.
care?
Yes.
ठीक है. So let's see how we can do that in R. Start off afresh. Clean environment, clean history, clean console, a new R notebook, and we will try to see. We will take Iris dataset. Remember Iris dataset? Iris dataset जैसा आप जानते हैं, it has some attributes about flowers, and yes, finally we have species of the flowers. So let's see. I'm calling Iris dataset. This used to be your Iris dataset. It is a data frame of 150 observations. There are 5 attributes of flowers: sepal length, sepal width, petal width, and the species of the flower. So just for the sake of just दिखाने के लिए हम ये कर रहे हैं. I am not choosing the species column. I am just seeing sepal length, sepal width, petal width. और मैं देखना चाहता हूँ can I segregate these flowers into some classes. Mind you, I am not saying species. मुझे नहीं पता कि species के according segregation हो रहा है. Okay, I am segregating. I am trying to cluster them according to sepal length, sepal width, and petal width. We will see how their behavior differs. Maybe you will want to code along. Guys, please do not DM me unless and until it is something that kind of thing. Just keep your chat open to everyone so that others can also see your questions. So I have brought this dataset as DF. So now I have 4 columns, all numeric, and we will try to see. Now the problem coming in again, just like any other geometric algorithm, your k-means is also based on geometric distances, Euclidean distances. So scaling is important, people. That is one. So scale the dataset. हमें standardize करना होगा. If every axis is talking in its own distances, there will be some important axes, there will be some negligible axes. I don't want that. So we have to standardize our dataset. So converting everything into z-scores. There in the chat box. हाँ जी, और क्या करना चाहिए था? Remember, since it is geometry, it will be sensitive to outliers. Yes or no? So let's take outliers into account. I hope no confusion in these things. ये सारी प्रॉब्लम आएंगी. The variables should be on same scale. If there are categorical variables which are not here, but there may be, if there are categorical variables, they should be converted into dummies. If they are not on same scale, we have to standardize the data. If there are outliers, yes, outliers may flunk the geometry. Remember, it is all based on geometric distance. If there is outlier, it may flunk out your clusters. सही बात है. आई होप दिस मच इज क्लियर. यार बोला करो जल्दी जल्दी. आउटलायर होगा तो सेंट्रॉइड कहीं पे आना चाहिए था, लेकिन मीन ऑफ द सेंट्रॉइड विल फ्लंक आउट जस्ट बिकॉज देयर वाज आउटलायर. इट विल इम्पैक्ट द मीन सेंट्रॉइड, और सेंट्रॉइड कहीं आना चाहिए था वो कहीं दिखेगा, गलत कर देगा सब. सो आउटलायर्स हैव टू बी टेकन इनटू अकाउंट. और क्या देखते हैं, आउटलायर है क्या? आई सी सेपल लेंथ. इज देयर आउटलायर? I see sepal width. Is there outlier? I see petal length. What do you say? I see petal width. And what do you say? Are there outliers? Yeah, perhaps we talked about this. बहुत जल्दी से ये मत कहना अरे सर सडन जंप, ये रहे सारे आउटलायर. This is more than 30% of your data. Outlier, it cannot be the case like that, okay? We don't call 20% people outliers. It doesn't happen. Here, so everything seems good. We have scaled the data. We have checked for outliers and no apparent outliers. And well, there are no categorical variables. Had there been, we would have converted them into dummy variables. As it happens, for now, there are no categorical variables. So let's go ahead and create clustering. पहले देख लो, कोड में भेज रहा हूँ अभी आपको. I'm calling it clusters 3 because I cannot call it 3 clusters. The function name is k-means. Now this is not your supervised learning, guys. So there is no target tilde dot. There is no target. I am saying which data you want to cluster. So the df data. Yes or no? इस डेटा फ्रेम के सारे डेटा पॉइंट्स करने हैं मेरे को क्लस्टर. So the data I have mentioned. I am mentioning the centers is equal to 3. When I say centers is equal to 3, centers is parameter for centroids. More you can check from help of k-means function. Centers is equal to 3. Then I am saying iter max is equal to 50. And something is called n start is equal to 20. What do I mean by that? So just do it for once there in the chat box. रन कर लीजिए. हेल्प फंक्शन पढ़ के देखिए के मीन्स का क्या होता है. What do I mean by itermax and what do I mean by nstart? What are these? I have kept itermax is equal to 50 and start is equal to 20. What do you think? Just check the help function. पढ़ के देखिए क्या समझ आता है आपको. हाँ वो भी बताता हूँ मैं तो. I'll come to that. I'll just explain what I am doing and why. In help function, you can see there are several optional arguments. We are not going on into optional arguments, but yeah, there are some which I have used. So, do you understand what is what? समझ आता है? Anybody got it? समझ आया क्या मतलब हुआ itermax 50 and nstart 20? हाँ जी शिवाली क्या मतलब हुआ. माइक ऑन कर लो यार. इतनी
So itermax like maximum number of iteration allowed. Update the center.
Okay. And what's nstart?
It's not clear idea now.
Okay. चलो मैं बताने का कोशिश करता हूँ. देखिए रिमेंबर आप ये ट्राई कर रहे थे. You were trying to do this और हमने देखा था I can make a mistake because initial जो random position में लेने वाला हूँ that itself can go wrong if I choose random data points like this. Yes or no? First time I show you this link, first time I mentioned this link, it happened. If I choose wrong centroids randomly, finally I am going to end up with wrong clusters. And it will take several iterations. So we are trying to take care of that. पहले तो इसका जो ये जो random selection होता है सबसे पहले इसका इंतजाम करते हैं. Somehow fix this. We will take care of number of k later on. So that is what we are trying to do here. Itermax is 50 means this iteration. Which iteration? This updating of centroid, reassign points, update centroid, reassign points, update centroids. These are being called iterations. So think about it. If it is taking more than 50 iterations, perhaps I have done something wrong. Yes or no? Yes or no? अगर ये random selection ठीक हो जाता, if this random selection was okay, if I had chosen random, this random selection was to some extent, suppose I chose it like this, and maybe like this. So in a few iterations, I will, I will conclude, yes or no. But if it is not concluding even after 50 iterations, okay, I'll show you again. मैं क्वेश्चन मिक्सर से दिखा रहा हूँ, you can try other jump. Suppose I chose this, I chose this, I chose this. If my random selection was to decent, a reasonable one, if it was working, okay, then it will conclude in some iterations. As you see, 4 or 5 iterations and I am done. Make sense? If it is not concluding even in 50 iterations, that means this is wrong. Something has gone wrong. ठीक है? Make sense? So that is why itermax is 50. Now what is 50? It can be anything, a reasonable number. 50, 100. It should not be like 5 or 10. That seems like unreasonable number. Yes or no? I should not limit my algorithm for a very low number of iterations. Otherwise, iterations तो लगेंगे ना. कुछ iterations तो it will require some iterations. But yes, it should not require like 100 iterations or 50 iterations. That kind of thing should not have. So that is itermax, maximum iterations allowed. Then I am saying n start is equal to 20. Now what is that n start is equal to 20? According to your help document, it states what is n start. N start is if centers is a number, of course it is a number, I am choosing 3 centers, how many random sets should be chosen? Getting my point? I am saying don't do it like this. Don't do it like this, that I start and I will choose this and this and this and I will go. Try this with 20 different random selections, 20 different set of locations. That is what I am stating in n start. So what will happen? What do you think will happen? I am trying different locations. Suppose one set is this itself, जो इस समय दिख रहा है स्क्रीन पर. Another set may be this and this, and maybe now there will be iterations, and after some point of time it will conclude. Then there may be this, and I will go, I will update, I will go, I will update, I will go, I will update. Which one do you think is the best selection? कौन सा selection best था? Getting my point? I am not just choosing randomly 3 centroids randomly and done with this. I will choose these 3 centroids randomly 20 times and try what happens. What will happen finally? Think about it. What will happen finally? Among these 20, one of them will be the fastest. Yes, Madhu. Others, getting this right. Whichever will conclude fastest, that means that is the best selection. Remember, this was one of the problems, the random selection of data points, centroids, sorry. So I think I have taken care of that to some extent. On one hand, I am not relying on one random selection. I am trying 20 different sets. On top of that, I am choosing itermax. I will not let them iterate beyond 50. So I will choose 20 random selections, and whichever is concluding fastest, that becomes my, final first location, first initial location of centroids, and according to that, I can go to iterations. So I think we have taken care of this problem. तो random selection जो हो रहा था और उसकी वजह से due to the random selection of centroids, there was a possibility that I may have done some mistake. So that is mitigated to some extent, quite good extent. Let's do next. There is still one question. I chose center is equal to 3. Why? Let's keep it with you. Keep it with you for now. Let's see what will happen. I go ahead and I am saying df dollar cluster, the data frame, your data frame. Remember, we did not have any target variable yet. I left the species column apart. And I am choosing as factor this cluster 3. This cluster 3, if you pay attention to your environment, it is a list of 9. There are 9 elements. It is a list item and it contains 9 elements. Cluster, center, this and that, dot ss within ss. What is that? I don't know. We will talk about it later on. I need cluster for now. Cluster is in integer form. It has assigned 3 clusters, 1, 2, and 3. I wanted 3 clusters. To each row, each data point, it has assigned 3 or 1 or 2 or something, depending upon their Euclidean distances in that 4-dimensional geometry. और बिल्कुल ठीक बात है. टेबल ही देख लो चलो पहले. What we are doing here? I am initializing a new column cluster in df. So my df will be looking something like this. Now there is a cluster. It is saying cluster 3, cluster 2, cluster 1. इन सबको वो clusters बोल रहा है that these flowers are in cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3. And then I am saying, okay, table. Table is cross tabulation as good as confusion matrix. I am not creating confusion matrix because I am not calling it an error. It is not accuracy or something like this. I'm just showing you. According to species, these were the species. But when, according to my clusters, I am saying these are the clusters. So it is saying Setosa flowers, the flowers of Setosa species, they are all in cluster 3. It means their sepal width, sepal length, and petal length and width, they are very different from others, obviously. Yes or no? इसको एक्यूरेसी या स्पेसिफिसिटी सेंसिटिविटी मत बोलना, बिकॉज आइरिस डेटा सेट में ये पता है, मैं दिखाने के लिए बता रहा हूँ. Usually we don't know that when it comes to clustering. I don't know if there is any target. I just see these, that these are clusters and whether do they behave differently. So according to species, if I talk, are they behaving differently? So Setosa is definitely behaving different than versicolor and virginica. हमारे clusters को भी दिखाई दे रहा है. They are very different in terms of sepal length, width, petal length. All Setosa are classified as cluster 3. When it comes to cluster 2, well, most of the flowers are versicolor, but there are some virginica. So that means Usually the versicolor observations are lying in cluster 2, but some of the Virginica are overlapping. And same thing goes for cluster 1. लेकिन we already thought of this, that this is not the way, because suppose a species was not available. How do I see these cluster behavior? So I don't have any target. I just have these sepal length width, petal length width. How can I see these clusters behavior? These 3 clusters are behaving differently. Go ahead, there in the chat box. I'm trying to create some summary of these clusters, and I'm trying to see some visualize it in some way. And yeah, you are very welcome to play around. जरा करके देखिए. I'm choosing it depending upon mean. You can see that on median, or you can okay, try something. पहले देख लो आराम से, then try something. I'll give you a couple of minutes. I'll mute myself and hold here. Try it. आराम से देखो. Take some time. And try to play around. Try to play around the heuristic. We are trying to study the behavior of these 3 clusters. I don't know whether they are Setosa, versicolor, Virginica. Assuming that. Is there any difference? Try to figure it out. I'll mute myself. Anji, done with this? Done with this? कुछ कहानी समझ आती है? I have created summary summarizing on averages of all these length and widths. I can also visualize this summary. X and Y to sepal length width, size and color to petal length width. And if we see the graph, it shows us something like this. And yeah, can you tell me? Can you interpret this? Bolo, yes, no. Can you hear me? Can you interpret this summary? Guys, am I audible at least? Can somebody speak up?